So something you shared that's really striking to me is you're emphasizing the importance of systems to your approach, your practice. It's woven throughout. I feel like some people would say love is, this warm fuzzy. So I'm curious if you can just talk to what's your systematic approach to loving your clients like?
It wasn't always like that. The first part of my career, I felt like I was Groundhog's Day, where you'd take on a new employee, train them, they'd get up and going, they were happy, you thought, and then they made changes, they left, and then you're like repeating these different processes. It can be really draining. I owe it to my husband. My husband is an airline pilot. He's an international pilot and he flies all over the world. And he looked at my process or saw me in action and he said to me, I fly people all over the world safely. I'm flying with people I've never flown before, and I safely get people from point A to point Z. And I do it all by standard operating procedures. Where are your standard operating procedures? And that was like a ton of bricks on my head. I was like, you're right. That is something that I hadn't documented and I needed to because so much of it was in me. And so that was where I started to document every piece. And I had my employees do it as well. And one of the most important thing we do is we routinely, at least once a year, we break open every process and look at it and see what do we want to keep, what's working, we want to keep it, what's not working, we want to get away from, and what new is going on that we want to add to it. And so it's a dynamic process, but it helps us all be on the same page. And it's a great way of transferring information. It's less stressful on the front person. So that's been a game changer. In fact, since I did that, I think my business has more than 10x in terms of profitability, in terms of fun, and it's just allowed us to service so many more people because we know what to expect. So if you have a system in place, for example, if someone's coming into your office and you even know, like, what is the office going to look like? What's your agenda? What kind of reports? It allows you to put all your focus on your client and the human side to find out what's going on in their life, what is important to them, what has changed. And it just allows you to go deeper with your existing clients as well as take on new clients.
Wow, I love that. It's reminding me of the research that shows our brains can only handle so many decisions in a day before the quality of decision making deteriorates. And so, what I'm hearing you share is that in some ways you've automated any number of procedural decisions about what's the agenda going to be, what are the reports, et cetera. Automate that so you don't have to use your brain to make those decisions. The decision's already made. And then your full brain power can go to focusing on your client, hearing them, going deep with them, and meeting them on an emotional level.